Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Cheated on days after wedding and 7 years into relationship. Rant. I just found out a few days ago that my recently made wife has cheated on me multiple times with her coworker. It's really hard because we just got married after being together 7 years and postponing our wedding out of 2020 due to COVID, and finally we did it last month. But she's been talking to and meeting up with this guy behind my back for weeks and months, and it's just all so fresh and new. We both had concerns about our relationship for months and years now, different priorities, etc. But I can't help to think that she simply gave up on us and went and did this because she wasn't confident in our relationship and therefore had no moral conscience, so to speak. I do know she liked this guy too, even though she tells me it was nothing. Who knows for sure how deep the connection goes. Anyway, referring to our previous concerns, I am thinking that the best thing to do for myself would be to go ahead and begin filing for a divorce and move on with my life. It's the only way I can protect myself from this in the future, and I will be forever scarred by the imaginations of those two being together. One of the biggest things I have asked for in this situation is accountability. She made the mess, she needs to clean it up. However, she still does not prioritize me and our relationship, going about her business largely the same as before. We have talked and she tells me that she doesn't know how I can forgive her, and I am starting to think this was a self-fulfilling prophecy for her. Cheat, sever ties, move on. I would have been okay with the truth, but why did she have to hurt me to get there? Sucks that it had to come to this. Wish we could have called off the wedding if I had known. I only know because I admittedly snooped, but otherwise believe this would have continued behind my back, and I don't think she really regrets the behavior, more so now she sees how she hurt me and feels bad. I wish she had a backbone and did the right thing in the first place and prioritized me. Even just being more direct with her concerns and taking preemptive action would have stung a little at the time, but could have prevented a mountain of heartbreak. Yes, the timing was pretty terrible, but I suppose there is never a right time. Thankfully we do not have kids. We are 29 and 30 years old, and kids were actually one major thing we semi-disagreed over. I was open to begin trying soon and starting a family. It is important to me. She does want to have kids eventually, so she has told me, but wants to keep living her life and not be tied down and such right now. So that was one disconnect we had among others, another being which state to live in long term, our current location or back near family, etc. But as we were approaching the wedding I tried to be a grown and mature person, futile optimism apparently, that we could work things out and have a great future together, all while knowing a 50% chance of divorce down the line if we couldn't work things out. However, for her to do this deed and leave me hurt and bruised now forever rather than just tell me what was going on in her life and be a grown-up about it, makes me very frustrated. I want to make clear that she did not come to me with this information. I did snoop and saw text messages, and apparently she has been confiding in friends/co-workers all along the way too, which makes me feel some type of way about them. But anyway, I had to confront her, which I did immediately, and I gave her the opportunity to come clean about any shady stuff going on, but she did not respond right away. Finally, when I said I knew she had relations, she confessed and explained. Even then she told me it was only one time, while I was out of town last weekend at a close friend's wedding, without her. But in further conversations I got her to admit that it has happened multiple times. She says twice, who knows, doesn't matter. After snooping a little more, not proud but I felt like I had to, I learned that, what I believed to be, the first time she met up with him was a few days after our wedding, and she came home and she and I had sex too, so basically she double-dipped that night. Really messed up. That's why I feel like this is unforgivable, regardless of the special history of 7+ years we have had together. Unfortunately that will have to be a different memory for me, and now I need to move forward. It's not like she had a random encounter one night and made a bad decision under the influence or something and came to me with regret and contrition. No, I caught her, And now I have to believe in myself and start my new life and reality without her. Our lease goes for a few more months, which will be tough, but I am going to look into one of our moving out early to start the separation process sooner. Anyway, thanks for reading and I appreciate your support. Never thought I would be in this situation. But life challenges us every day to be better, and this is my time to rise above. Get it annulled and get out. It doesn't matter what excuse she gives, she lied to you for a long time. Just go. She is broken. Thanks. We are going to look into annulment. Either way, I am out. You're right, she is broken and flawed. I see it now. Wish I had sooner, but I'll be okay. Thank you. She is not even remorseful, and also not even trying to save the relationship. So if you don't leave, it can happen in the future also. It will happen 100%. Even if she was remorseful, nothing guarantees she wouldn't cheat in the future. She cheated before and after the wedding. You have to be a special kind of monster to do something like that. I would be ashamed to meet the other person's family who came and support us through this joyful event. But not only she wasn't remorseful for that, she kept cheating. There is no redemption from that, none whatsoever. Cheated right after the wedding. She belongs to streets. Did she apologize or explain why she did so right after the wedding? She has apologized, but more out of a place of wishing she didn't hurt me, rather than straight up contrition and remorse and a desire to make things right. She quietly wants to go on her own way, and unfortunately I was dragged through the mud for us to get there. My next will be far more mature. So you asked her why marry and spoil her life unnecessarily, and not straight away said no if she liked that coworker more? Like you said, it's never the right time. You may think it's bad to discover it right after you get married. But you could also think you got lucky enough to have the marriage annulled since it's so new. Sorry to hear that, Op. You did the right thing. So sorry this has happened to you. Your STBXW is a coward. She had ample time to tell you about her feelings before you got married. Yes, look into annulment and move on with your life. She is broken, and you can't fix her. Even if you were to reconcile, something like this would pop up again in the future. You know you deserve so much more, and in time will get it. Wishing you all the best. Edit, don't ever feel bad for snooping. Through snooping you found the truth. Don't feel bad about not seeing it earlier. When you've invested a big chunk of your life into something, you always hope for the best outcome. Most people here have done the same thing as well. The main thing is that you disconnect now and don't let her influence your life anymore. That's when they can really drag you down into some pretty bad places. Exactly, this will not be her last extramarital affair if she sees she is allowed simply to move on and get away with this without repercussions. Make your escape, do not pass go, first door on the left, roll out, hit the road jack, excommunicate yourself out of the toxic and soul-killing portrayal of a relationship. Her attitude says everything about this failing. She did everything wrong and yet doesn't show real remorse for it. Just guilt. Learn to grey rock hard. Look into the annulment laws in your area too. But basically stop having communications with her. Get STD tested since she was so disgusting about it. Focus hard on separation because true healing doesn't begin until she's out of your life. Start reading Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life, Cheating in a Nutshell, and the body keeps the score too. Thanks for your advice. I hadn't thought about it so much yet, but you're right, I will go get tested because I don't want to suffer from this more than I need to. And thank you for the book recommendations, I will check them out. When the dust settles and you have successfully annulled the marriage, you need to take some time to reflect on how/why you chose her in the first place. It is important to adjust your selection process, pay more attention to what your partner is doing, and also learn not to ignore any red flags. When things like these happen, it is always a great opportunity to learn and improve ourselves, so you can be better prepared. Meet with a lawyer ASAP and go to a doctor to get tested for STDs. The behavior of your wife shows clearly that she is not interested in reconciliation. I would bet that they are still banging before/during/after work. Now that it is out in the open, they are probably not even hiding it any longer. Please inform friends and family about what she did and ask them for support. Don't be alone with your thoughts now. Stay away from alcohol and drugs. Both won't help you and will only make things worse. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way. Thanks. I am going to try to go without lawyers, but the moment things start going south, I will be on the phone. We'll get tested for STDs. And telling family and friends is super important, I agree. I waited a few days to tell my family. I needed time to process and get my mind right. But I talked to them all today. What an awesome Thanksgiving gift. Oh well, and I feel better already. I need folks in my corner. And thank you for your kind words, and your note on substances. I will do my best. Really very sorry. A cheater is a cheater and will be a cheater. Sorry. Be happy don't have kids together. Maybe she married you, because she thought her behavior will change with new circumstances. Run before you will get hurt much more, or she get pregnant and you will not be able to leave the rest of your life. Thank you. I will be getting out and moving on. It will be complicated for a few months while we sort things out, but after that I am a free man. I am looking forward to it. Not so complicated as being a lifelong prisoner, and she will put you away, she will play games and will knock out your personality. Sorry. Sorry to hear, bro. Looks like this is one situation you need to play as cool as it looks like you have been. No nasty stuff, just plan for her to be moved out of your life for good. I'm sure you're hurting, who wouldn't be? It does get better, heart. But this relationship is done, so make sure you come out of it in a better way, as you did nothing wrong. Hope it goes well, bro. Hugging face, folded hands. Thanks man, it makes me feel good to hear your opinion. It will get better, I know it. This has seriously been the longest week of my life, lol. Appreciate your kind words and wish the best for you as well. I think you have the option of getting annulled. It is better than divorce, definitely. Clearly, she does not respect you or your relationship. Thanks. I need to research this and maybe get in touch with lawyers. From what I am seeing though, annulments are unusual situations such as mental incapacity or duress. Might we be eligible simply due to our short time frame? Well, she didn't want kids while she was cheating on you because she wouldn't know whose they were. Let that sink in. Maybe. She's been anti-kids for a while, but the affair has been recent. Anyway, I'm glad I won't have to face a situation such as being under the impression I got her pregnant but did not, or something like that. F that. She will have kids. When she realizes, he will leave her. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.